differentiations. So let's say y is equal to x power n. The rule is dy dx is n. You bring the n in the front and then you less 1. So n minus 1. Okay. So that is the rule to differentiate any functions. Yeah. So that's what it is. Now, just keep that in mind. So let's say, for example, y is equal to, let's say 2x. Let's say y equal to 2x. So to find the differentiation of that, so remember 2x means x power 1. That's what that meant, right? So dy dx equal, so you bring the 1 in the front, so 2 times 1 is 2. So x 1 less, okay, so minus 1. So that's just the same as 2. X 1 minus 1 is 0. So anything power of 0 is 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So the differentiation of 2x is 2. Okay, now let's do next one here. Let's say y is equal to 3x. Okay, so dy dx is equal to nothing in front. So I mean x power of nothing mean 1. X power 1, because x power 1 is x. Yeah, see, you bring the 1 in front, so 1 times 3 is 3. X 1 minus 1 is 0, so x power of 0. So this become 1. Anything power of 0 is 1. So your answer is 3. Okay, so let's do a couple more. Let's say y is equal to, okay, let's say 4x plus 7. Okay, so now dy dx I can write as y dash. It's the same thing as differentiations of y respect to x. Okay, so that means 1, nothing means 1. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 0. X power of 0 is 1, so 4. Now 7, okay, if you think about it, 7 is just like 7 times x power of 0, right? So you times anything with 0 is 0. So your answer is 4x plus 0. So your answer is just y dash is 4. Okay, so that's how you do differentiations. Let's do a couple more. So let's say y equals 3x minus 8. So dy dx is the same as 3, just 3, because x is just x power 1. 1 times 3 is 3. X power 0, so x power 0 is 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, I remember minus 8 is just like x power 0. So 0 times anything is 0, so just leave that. Okay, so just recap, see what I did so far. Now I'm just gonna highlight the functions and the gradients. See, if you think about it, okay, this is I just swap this off so you can see. So this is y equal 2x. I differentiate this, it give me 2. Can you see that? Y equal, let's say y equal 3x. So if I differentiate y equal 3x, the answer is 3. Okay. Now if I differentiate this 4x plus 7, okay, so if I differentiate y equal 4x plus 7, your answer y dash, which is 4. If I differentiate y equal 3x minus 8, so your answer is 3. So what do you notice? Okay, so you notice there are the gradient. See, what's the gradient of 2x? Is 2. What's the gradient of 3x? Is 3. What's the gradient of 4x plus 7? Okay, so it's 4. So gradient of 3x. So therefore, you differentiate, it gives you the gradient. So that's what it is. All right. So now remember that. Okay. Now we're gonna do a bit faster. Okay. So let's say y is equal to minus 4x minus 8. So y dash is differentiate as well. Okay, it just is equal to -4. So 1, nothing mean 1. 1 times -4 is -4. and x power 0 is 1. So that's it. Alright. Now, next one. Let's say y equal 5x squared plus 4x minus 3. So dy dx or y dash equal. So differentiate this. So to 2 you bring in front. So 2 times 5 is 10. X 2 minus 1 is 1. So that means you left with 5x. And then add. Nothing means in x power 1. Nothing mean just mean 1. So that's what that meant. So 1 times 4 is 4. So your answer is 4x power 0. Because it's 1 minus 1 is 0. So that means it just swap it up. That means it's just 4. Is that okay? Because this is x minus 3. It's just minus 3x power 0. That's what that meant. And then 0 times anything is 0. So we just leave it. So your answer is 5x plus 4. Alright. So let's say next one. Y equals 3x power 4 minus 3x cube plus ax minus 12 for instance. Yeah. So y dash, okay, is 4 times 3 is 12. 4 less 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So x 3 less 1 is 2. So 9x squared. Nothing in here. It means 1. 1 times 8 is 8. X power 0 is 1. So we leave it. Okay. And then negative 12 is just 12x power 0. You times 0 times 12 is 0. So that's your answer. Okay. So let's say another one. Let's say fx instead. Fx is a function. Fx just like y. Okay. Fx is, let's say 4x3 minus 3x squared. Okay. So instead of I write dy dx, this case I write f dash x. See. So that's the same thing. To differentiate of the functions respect to x is 3 times 4 is 12. So 12x squared. Okay, 3 times 2 is 6, so 6, and 2 minus 1 is 1, so 6x. See? Okay, so let's move along. Let's say y is equal to, let's say 7x squared plus 3x minus, let's say 4, okay, or over x. Okay, so let's go. So to differentiate this, okay, I simplify first. I break it up, so make my life easier. Of course, at the moment, that's what we do. We just break it up. So this is just like 7x squared over x plus 3x over x minus 4 over x. That's what that meant. Okay. So if I simplify this, I haven't differentiated yet. I'm just simplified it first. 7x squared over x is 7x. This cancel out at 3. Now, 4x, okay, to differentiate this is hard. So I move the x on top, so which is 4. That's part 1. You move it up to become minus 1. You see that? Now I can differentiate it. So I go dy dx. Dy dx is equal to 7. Okay. 3, it's just 3x power 0. Time everything becomes 0. Then become minus 1. I bring this down. So minus 1 times minus 4 is plus 4. So 4x minus 1 is minus 2. That's all. Then because we can bring it down because we don't want to write negative in the C. So plus 4 over x squared. I can write that. Okay. Or you can even make it into one fraction. So 7x squared plus 4 over x squared. Alright. So that's how you differentiate it. Let's go. Let's move on. Next one. Okay. So let's say y is equal. Let's say ax power 3 plus bx power 2 minus, let's say 4 for instance, right? So remember, a and b is just a constant, so it doesn't matter. So just do what you normally do. So y dash, okay, equal the 3, you bring it down. So that becomes 3 times a is 3a. A is just a constant, remember that. So x, and then 3 less 1 is 2. See, the 2 you bring in front, so that give me 2 times b is 2b. Alright, and then x, 2 minus 1 is 1, so x power 1 just 1. 4, just remember that it's just power 0, 0 times thing is 0, so that's it. Now let's do last question. Okay, let's say fx is equal to 3x squared plus 5x and minus 7. Okay, now I want to find the equations of the tangent, okay, at x is equal to 1. Okay, what's that mean is, and let me draw this so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's say a graph is something like this. Okay, of course it's not this, I'm not drawing fx, I just draw a graph just to explain it to you. So a graph looks like this, and what I want to find is the equation of tangent. That means a straight line like this. See, let's say at x is 1 like that. See, so that what the question asks is to find the equation of this straight line. Okay, so a straight line, of course, y is mx plus b. That's what I'm looking for, or can be written as ax plus by plus c in general form, right? So we need to find this. Now, to find this, okay, straight line, which is the equation of the tangent, so the tangent to these functions fx, right? You follow this process. Step number 1, okay, of course, I need to find the point first. I'll list this for you. So x and y, we need to find the point. Sometimes is the questions given you give you the point. You just need to find the gradient, right? Step number 2, I find the gradient, which is m. You see? And then step number 3, I'm just going to use this point formula. So y minus y1 is m, x minus x1. Okay, I'm just follow this process to solve this problem. So at the moment, okay, I got x. So I need to find y first so I can find the point. So when x is 1, this means that f1, so you put in there, so 3 lots of 1 squared plus 5 lots of 1 minus 7. So give me 3 plus 5 minus 7, so which is 1. So therefore the point is 1, 1. Okay, now, okay, I have the point now. This point done. Now I'm going to find the gradient. To find the gradient, I have to differentiate, of course. So fx, okay, this is fx equal this. So I just differentiate this first to find the gradient at any point. So which is f, that's x. Okay, so differentiate 3 times 2 is 6, so 6x, 5, so that plus 5. You see? Now, f dash 1, which is when x is 1, you put this, so that becomes 6 lots of 1 is 6 plus 5, which is 11. Okay, so the gradient, I just move it down. So that means m is 11, okay, at the point 1, 1. See? So I do find the gradient, I find the point. Now I'm just use this formula to find out the equation of tangents. So y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. So that means y minus, okay, 1, this is x1, y1, okay? So which is equal to 11, m is 11, x minus x1, which is 1 in this case. Then I just expand it out. So y minus 1 is the same as 11, x minus 11. I move this on that side. So y is equal to 11x minus 11 plus 1 is minus 10. See? This is the equation of the tangent. So it's a straight line. Thank you so much for watching my video.